Hey people, all right, it's the Management 6301 class. Hey, this is your instructor. Just checking in for the last time. Thought I'd have a short video segment here as part of our week 7 activities. First, a couple things. I just posted the final grades on the discussion board for last week for our leadership chapter. Overall, people did well. However, as I've emphasized throughout the semester, you got to bring your A game on the discussion boards. I'm sure that will continue into week 7 with your best efforts. Some people got marked down a little bit. It wasn't clear from what people had posted whether or not people had really gone through in detail the TED videos with both Francisco Guajardo and one of my personal all-time favorite social entrepreneurs, Bill Strickland. So I was looking for sufficient detail on those discussion boards to make an evaluation whether you had seen, contemplated, integrated, and absorbed that material. So if you didn't get full points, that's probably had something to do with it. All right, let's get into week 7. So I think this is a fantastic way to end this course in our very brief and concentrated accelerated online class. Of course, our first module here talks about the foundations of control. And in a management class, this is not a particularly sexy topic by any stretch of the imagination. But as you know, we have 4 parts of the managerial role. 4 things that managers do: plan, organize, lead, and control. And I couldn't, in good conscience, not have our control chapter. So we skipped things like communication and operations management, but we have hit control here within the last week. So, of course, you're reading over the chapter. And then we got some really interesting, at least I find it interesting, hopefully you do also, about Netflix. Of course, we're all familiar with the company. Many of you are perhaps customers. Perhaps haven't used it too much over the last 6 weeks. But Netflix is an interesting company, of course, done very well. And they've got some very interesting approach to control. I really love where they talk about, as a performance-based organization, that they're really looking for gigantically talented and hardworking people. If they have someone average, their corporate motto is we'll send you off with a generous severance package. So at least if you're working for Netflix, it's clear what the control mechanisms are, and you've got to do very well if you expect to continue to be there. And they overpay their people, or they pay them very generously to get that type of talent. So interesting organizations. Spend some time looking at Netflix. I've used to have the actual slide deck, the famous slide deck that's talked about in that Huffington Post reading, but Netflix has actually updated that on their website, so they've got the content of their slide show up on that culture page. So I hope you enjoy that. Looking forward to reading what you've got there on the DVs. Then, as I may have hinted at once or twice, what I'm really excited about in the world of business and management is entrepreneurship. Defined concisely as starting and growing organizations. So we've got our final module on entrepreneurship. Of course, we've got a lot of entrepreneurship content already in this course, but we've got some specialized readings. In addition to the module in the text, we've got a great Inc. article based off of academic research entitled How Great Entrepreneurs Think. This line of research with effectuation really started off a gigantic amount of research into this topic, and I think it's a very interesting, important way to think about how entrepreneurs versus corporate managers actually think, especially in the pursuit of opportunity. So I love the favorite quote there, a guy talking about how you go about pursuing this business opportunity and business plan, this, that, and the other, and then goes to, hey, I'm going to go sell it. I'm going to find a customer, see if they want to buy it. So different approach than perhaps most people would take. I know I'm blathering, but I love this module. So you're also going to read something about corporate entrepreneurship. I think it's really fun. I fully realize that most of you are not going to go out there and start your own companies or work in small, hopefully rapidly growing firms. You're going to be in a more traditional large firm or public organization environment. but there's still room for entrepreneurship within those organizations. So I won't answer my phone. Hopefully that'll go away. So the next one, I've also got you looking at Steve Jobs and his famous commencement speech at Stanford. Hope you will find that interesting and enjoyable, and really perhaps one of the greatest entrepreneurs, or one of the greatest, if not the greatest entrepreneur of the last couple of decades. So, of course, built the company that has the largest market cap in the world, depending on the day. So something to be applauded. All right, so that will finish up entrepreneurship. Of course, you've got the second exam. Hopefully you're finding that interesting, and your reaction paper. Just one comment on the reaction paper. I'm really looking to get your personal reaction on that particular topic, why that particular topic is important to you, and how you can use that particular topic to help make yourself more successful as a manager. So talking about personal experience, talking about interactions within the workplace, that's much more powerful on a reaction paper than just summarizing something from the text and writing something like you're a textbook writer. So personal reaction, make sure that's included. All right, a couple final thoughts here. I hope you have found the class valuable. I very much enjoyed working with you over the last 6.5 weeks. Overall, I'm very pleased with your performance. I think, without exception, this group is established a solid foundation within the management field that's going to be helpful as you move forward within your master's program. So congratulations. I know most, if not all of you, have put in tremendous effort to get through the 7 weeks. And it's not going to get easier, but I think you've learned valuable things, and you will continue to within your master's program that's going to help you accomplish your goals. All right. Final thoughts. If I can be of service to you in the future, please feel free to check in. For example, those of you who might be planning to launch a venture sometime in the future, I serve as kind of the coordinator for the entrepreneurship program here at the Edinburgh campus. We do a bunch of stuff, and also have some role in the community. For example, I'm one of the directors of the Rio Grande Valley Angel Network. Angel Networks are a bunch of rich people or wannabes who invest money in startup companies. So if I can be of service somewhere in that area, please let me know. Again, it's been a pleasure. Good luck moving forward, and I look forward to reading your final reaction paper, exam, and discussion board posts in the next week. Good luck.